While everyone runs after expensive GT cars, smart Porsche buyers are quietly getting these three models before they jump in value. By 2030, you might wish you bought these cars. Today, I'm showing you three Porsche models that sales data says will grow in value. They're gas-powered, give you that raw driving feel, growing more and more in popularity. Let's count them down. First, let's talk about the 928 from the early years. I'm focusing on models from 1978 to 1982, before the S versions came out. These cars have Porsche's first V8 engine in the front, with the transmission at the back for better balance. The numbers tell us that while Porsche made about 61,000 total 928s over the years, these early models are getting harder to find in good shape. Recent sales show prices from $11,000 for cars needing work up to $150,000 for perfect examples. The average price right now is around $34,967. Here's something interesting. A 1995 928 GTS sold for $406,500 at a big auction in 2022. This shows just how high prices can go for the best examples. The early models have the cleanest design, with those cool pop-up headlights, simpler bumpers, and an interior that looks like something from a 70s sci-fi movie. What makes these early 928s special is their place in Porsche history. Porsche created the 928 to be a more comfortable grand touring car than the 911. They even thought it might replace the 911 eventually. These cars were ahead of their time, with features like a transaxle layout, which means the transmission is at the back of the car for better weight balance. This gives the 928 amazing handling for such a big GT car. Another thing that helps the 928's value is how well they were built. Porsche engineered these cars to last, with a strong aluminum V8 engine that's known to run for hundreds of thousands of miles when properly maintained. The build quality is top-notch, something collectors really value today. When looking at a 928, color matters too. Certain shades like Guards Red, Grand Prix White, and especially rarer colors like Minerva Blue can add value. Cars with the original paint in good condition will always be worth more than resprayed examples. One example of 928 ownership that scares some people off is the complexity of these cars. Don't let that stop you from investing. The key systems are actually quite robust if maintained properly. The engine itself rarely has major issues. The early 4.5-liter V8 makes 219 horsepower, which doesn't sound like much today, but delivers power in a smooth, linear way that makes the car feel much faster than the numbers suggest. A big advantage of the 928 as an investment is that many parts are still available. Porsche Classic now supports these cars, and there's a strong network of specialists who can maintain them. This means you won't be stuck with a car you can't fix if something goes wrong. The electrical systems are often mentioned as a weak point, but most issues come from neglect rather than poor design. A well-maintained 928 can be surprisingly reliable. Budget for a thorough inspection by a specialist before buying, focusing on the timing belt, water pump, and fuel lines, which are all critical maintenance items. For serious investors, documentation adds tremendous value. Original window stickers, owner's manuals, toolkits, and especially the maintenance booklet with dealer stamps can significantly increase what buyers will pay. If you find a 928 with its original spare tire, jack, and complete toolkit, that's a strong positive sign. Based on how prices are moving, I predict that by 2030, well-kept early 928s with good service history will sell for $80,000 to $100,000 for regular examples. The very best ones could go for more than $150,000. The most important thing for making money on these cars is having good paperwork and maintenance records. Focus on finding original cars that have been well cared for. These V8 engines are strong, but if they've been neglected, fixing them can get expensive. Next up is what sales data shows might be one of the best Porsche investments right now: the 1991 944 Turbo. Porsche started making the 944 Turbo in 1985, but the 1991 models from the final year are the most refined version. Porsche had fixed most issues and improved the car by then. That's why these last models are especially wanted by collectors. Porsche made about 25,000 944 turbos in total, and the final year models are becoming more valuable every year. Looking at the hard numbers, Hagerty, a company that tracks classic car values, shows that 944 turbos in excellent condition now cost around $54,000. That's a 54% increase just since 2019. Some special examples are selling for even more, like a 1989 model that sold for $135,944 in 2022. What's driving this growth? The 944 Turbo offers a driving experience that modern cars can't match. With its front engine and rear transaxle design, it has nearly perfect 50-50 weight distribution. This makes it incredibly balanced in corners. The turbocharged four-cylinder engine provides strong power delivery and a unique sound that enthusiasts love. The 1991 models have some key improvements over earlier years. They got better interior materials, improved electronics, and various small refinements that make them more reliable and enjoyable to drive. Many collectors consider these last-year cars the ones to get. These cars also have racing heritage that adds to their appeal. The 944 Turbo Cup Racing Series showed how capable these cars were on the track, and race-derived models like the 944 Turbo S helped establish their performance credentials. When shopping for a 944 Turbo, look for cars with documented service for the timing belt, water pump, and balance shaft belts. These are critical maintenance items that need regular attention. Original wheels, unmodified engines, and complete toolkits all add to the value. The 944 Turbo's engine is a 2.5-liter four-cylinder with a KKK turbocharger that makes 247 horsepower in the final models. This might not sound impressive by today's standards, but it delivers power in a way that makes the car feel alive. There's a distinctive turbo lag that creates an exciting power surge when the boost kicks in. Modern turbocharged engines are more efficient, but they've lost this character that enthusiasts are now seeking. Something few people realize is how practical these cars can be, with the rear hatch providing good cargo space and decent fuel economy when driven gently. The 944 Turbo can actually serve as a usable classic car. This practicality means more people can justify owning one, which helps support long-term values. Interior condition is crucial for 944 Turbos. The original materials weren't as durable as modern cars, so finding one with a well-preserved interior adds significant value. The dashboard is known to crack from sun exposure, and the seat bolsters wear quickly. A car with these items in good shape suggests careful ownership. Mechanical modifications typically hurt value unless they're period correct. Upgrades from respected specialists like Andile or Callaway. Stock examples are becoming increasingly rare as many were modified over the years for more performance. If you're buying for investment, avoid heavily modified cars unless they have documented racing history. Many 944 Turbos were driven hard, so accident history is important to check. Look for even panel gaps and consistent paint thickness readings. Signs of past accidents don't rule out a car completely, but they should significantly lower the price you pay. This upward trend suggests these cars will keep gaining value. By 2030, I think the final year 944 Turbos in excellent condition will sell for between $95,000 and $120,000. Perfect low-mileage examples could approach $200,000. For investment-quality cars, look for complete service history, all original parts, and good maintenance of important components like the timing belt and balance shaft belt. Now, for the most surprising pick, the 996 C4S. This 911 model has the wide-body design and all-wheel drive. It came out in 2001 and is known for mixing good performance with everyday usability. While many Porsche fans didn't like the early water-cooled 911s at first, the market is now seeing their importance and prices are going up. Porsche made about 23,000 total 996 C4S models, with 17,298 coupes and 5,757 convertibles. This makes it actually more rare than many special edition 911s. Market data shows steady price increases. By 2023, the average selling price reached $41,345, with the best examples selling for up to $95,000. This is a big jump from their lowest prices just a few years ago. The 996 generation marks a huge turning point in the 911 story. It was the first water-cooled 911, which was a major change after decades of air-cooled engines. This big change is exactly what makes these cars historically significant and increasingly collectible. The C4S model specifically has several advantages. It combines the wide body style from the turbo without the expensive turbo engine to maintain, and adds all-wheel drive for better traction. The combination gives it a muscular look that many consider the best looking of all 996 models. These cars also benefit from better handling than base 996 models, thanks to the upgraded suspension from the turbo. They have stronger brakes too, making them excellent all-around performers. Many owners use these as daily drivers, which is exactly why fewer and fewer low-mileage examples exist each year. Color combinations matter for investment value too. Classic Porsche colors like Guards Red, Silver, and especially rare shades like Meridian Metallic tend to hold value better. For interiors, full leather packages and special order options can add significant value. The 996 C4S uses a 3.6-liter flat-six engine, making 320 horsepower. These engines are known for their smooth power delivery and distinctive sound. The performance is still impressive today. 0 to 60 miles per hour in around 4.8 seconds and a top speed of 177 miles per hour. These numbers mean the car remains enjoyable to drive by modern standards, which is important for long-term value. When inspecting a 996, the notorious IMS bearing issue must be addressed. The intermediate shaft bearing can fail without warning, causing catastrophic engine damage. Look for cars that have had the bearing replaced with an upgraded version, ideally the ceramic hybrid bearings that many specialists recommend. A car with documented IMS replacement will command a premium, and rightly so. Other mechanical areas to inspect include the rear main seal, which commonly leaks, the air oil separator, and the water pump. Proper maintenance of the cooling system is critical for these water-cooled engines. Check service records to verify regular fluid changes. The interior on 996 models can wear quickly, especially the seat bolsters and steering wheel. The car's value is significantly affected by interior condition, so prioritize examples with well-maintained cabins. The navigation systems are now outdated, but many owners upgrade to modern head units that preserve the factory look while adding modern features like Bluetooth. Another collector consideration is the transmission. While the Tiptronic automatic was popular when these cars were new, the 6-speed manual versions command higher prices today and will likely continue to appreciate faster. The manual provides a more engaging driving experience that collectors value. Prices are climbing faster as collectors realize the 996 was an important model in Porsche history, the first 911 with a water-cooled engine. For 2030, I predict 996 C4S models in good condition will reach $75,000 to $90,000, with the best low-mileage cars possibly exceeding $150,000. The biggest factor for 996 investment value is addressing the engine problems that affected early water-cooled Porsches. You want proof of good maintenance and confirmation that the IMS bearing issue has been fixed. The IMS bearing is a part that can fail and damage the engine if not replaced. Now, for the practical buying advice for all three models. Good paperwork is crucial for investment-grade Porsches. You want complete service history, original window stickers if possible, clear history of who owned the car, and records of all major repairs or upgrades. For the 928, pay special attention to timing belt service, water pump condition, electrical system health, and rust in the front suspension mounting points. For the 944 Turbo, your checklist should include turbo condition and boost pressure, clutch condition, timing belt and balance shaft belt service, and suspension bushings. For the 996 C4S, focus on IMS bearing replacement or inspection, rear main seal condition, bore scoring check, cylinder wall damage, and all-wheel drive system function. For all three models, original condition adds value, but period correct or factory option upgrades can make both the driving experience and investment potential better. As the market data shows, these three Porsche models offer different investment opportunities. First, the 944 Turbo from 1991, strong proven value growth. Second, the 996 C4S, steady increases with everyday usability. Third, the first-gen 928, more up and down market but big potential upside. The current prices for all three makes them easier to buy compared to other collectible sports cars. You can get into this market with under $50,000 today, much less than an air-cooled 911 or any similar Ferrari. Which of these three Porsches would you invest in for 2030? Let me know in the comments. And if you think I missed a model that's going to increase in value, share your thoughts below. Watch our next video on the insides of Jay Leno's $52 million Porsche garage.